It's Eastern Conference time for the traveling Milwaukee Bucks today. It's getting noisy here in Charlotte for this Hornets home game. I'd like to welcome you to the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Greg, and nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for that.
Well,
thanks, David. He does give a little more leeway to MKG to go to the glass, though, as well he should.
And the one thing for the Hornets, I mean, they had horrible luck last season from an injury standpoint. Never really able to put that starting five out there for any consistent stretch of the season. I mean, huge injuries to Big Al and MKG were the most notable, and that really dampens your ability to develop chemistry.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. Parker and Monroe together inside. Carter Williams is the point with Middleton at the 2. And it's Antetokounmpo in at the 3.
And, hey, we know the three-point shot is a work in progress for Carter Williams, but when he's dropping it in from there, you got to get on it.
And the pass to Batum. There's the dish to Zeller. Charlotte moving the ball around. Picked by Zeller. Walker with it. Now Monroe defending. Shot's good by Walker. And for the Hornets, injuries are a tough obstacle to overcome. They were able to fight through some of that, but surely it slowed them down.
Yeah, Kevin, it's just hard to get into a rhythm when you're missing key components. Luckily, though, I think it gave the Hornets a chance to give minutes to younger guys and get them some confidence.
Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession. And now just over a minute played here in the first. He dishes it to Williams. Williams missing again.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Better to be lucky than good sometimes. Fortunately, they didn't get burned on that one.
Really hard to say enough about how good Carter Williams is at spotting the open man. He's got excellent vision and just a nice feel for what they're trying to get done in their offense.
The kick out to Walker. Batum passes to Kid Gilchrist. 5 on the clock. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
And Nicholas Batum, you know, I use a baseball analogy, another one of those 5-toolers. You know, he's a guy that basically does everything at a high level on the basketball floor, plays with great energy, and it just seems to affect all facets of the stat sheet. You know, he's just one of those guys that is hard to prepare for because he's such a versatile performer on the floor.
You know, even though Antetokounmpo is a bigger guy, longer guy, he handles and passes like a point guard. I mean, he's always on the lookout for how he can set up his teammates for good shots.
Pulls up, high post, offensive rebound.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
For Charlotte, they've gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Walker against Carter Williams. Stolen by Monroe. And Middleton, the basket on the assist from Carter Williams.
That's just what we call man-up strength from Middleton. I mean, taking the hit and then kind of effortlessly knocking down the shot as well.
Carter Williams against Walker. Zeller. And the dunk by Zeller.
Boy, just an excellent assist. Nice work from Kemba Walker.
Bucks leading by 4. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Out to the right wing. Screened by Parker. Here's Monroe. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Greg, you're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
They set the screen. And Batum kicks to Kid Gilchrist. The kick out to Williams. Here's Walker. Milwaukee with the rebound. We've got 1:18 left in the first quarter of the game. And the Bucks are a team that really doesn't rely on the three-pointer. They're looking to get to the rim and attack it whenever they get a chance.
And that flies in the face of conventional wisdom in this day and age. The Bucks actually were dead last in attempted threes last season by a wide margin. Several teams in the league took twice as many threes as the Bucks did. And part of it is because the Bucks aren't that great at making threes. Not terrible, but their personnel doesn't lend itself to a lot of three-point shots.
Williams for three. Good on the triple. Williams has got his first three.
Go for a big game if they don't D him up on the perimeter.
We've got 33 seconds left to play here in the first. Here's Carter Williams. The shot off that time. And Charlotte will go the other way with it.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Walker goes in. And Batum kicks to Kid Gilchrist. And another three for Charlotte. Milwaukee with the ball. Here's Antetokounmpo. Kicks it to Parker. As that one goes in.
And Antetokounmpo is a fantastic. He's got ridiculous vision, excellent size and length, and just a superb passer.
And before the game, we heard from
play free. Just play like.
infectious enthusiasm. We see it every time he steps on the floor. And off we go. A close game now starting the second quarter. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Bucks.
Guys, right from the start, it's been apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up.
Roy Hibbert is out there with Kaminsky. Then there's Bellinelli. There's Jeremy Lamb. And it's Sessions in at the one spot. So that's the lineup for Charlotte.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
It's Terry outside. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
And the basket is good.
Nice piece of work there. Give yourself a little space and pull the trigger.
Bucks trail by three. No one near Teletovic as he lets it go. Good on the three-point shot. Teletovic has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. They set the pick. Sessions dishes to Kaminsky, and a wide-open look for Lamb. And again, Charlotte with the triple.
And, when Jason Kidd was a player, he had a no-nonsense approach to the game. Still maintains that approach as a coach. Very much focused on results and efficiency.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, Jabari Parker took an unconventional risk. He trained in the Andes Mountains of Peru. The altitude helped his stamina, but Parker said it was also a trip that I took for character. We take a lot for granted. Kevin, even growing up poor in the U.S., Parker said, you don't realize how fortunate you are. Okay?
Great stuff, D.A., and a great way to put that injury into perspective. Bellinelli passes to Hibbert. Off with the layup. And thinking about where Kidd's playing tendencies show up in his coaching, his unselfishness and commitment to defense are there too.
Yeah, and there's a calming demeanor that he brought to the court as a player, and I think he brings that to the sideline as well. And keeping things in perspective, I think has been a big help during his stay at Milwaukee.
And Sessions kicks to Bellinelli. No good on the triple. For Milwaukee, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Here's Dellavedova. Got a hand on it. High arcing shot, and Henson sends it back. Bangs home the trifecta. And that's now 6 points for Frank Kaminsky. Kicks to Teletovic. Pass to Maker. The Bucks working the ball around. Terry and Hibbert with the block.
Trying to attack Roy Hibbert land. His timing impeccable.
No one near Sessions as he lets it fly. And it's the Hornets another three. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Hornets.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots, a key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
They're crashing the offensive glass hard, too. I mean, they've dropped in several second-chance baskets.
That's his first foul.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
So a whole new group on the floor now for Charlotte. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Antetokounmpo's checked in.
Can't get anything to drop. I mean, the way he's going, it's probably not something he should try and shoot his way out of.
Well, they say you should shoot your way out of it, but his teammates probably have other thoughts in mind. The last thing they want to see him doing is continuing to cast that jumper up.
And it's Walker again missing.
Well, it's just been one of those kind of games for him.
Three-pointer, Dellavedova. It's rebounded by Kid Gilchrist. Hornets leading by 4. Walker dishes to Batum. He can't hit that time. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. The feed now to Dellavedova. Here's the screen. Dishes to Antetokounmpo. 6 to shoot. And he gets the kind bounce as that one drops in for him.
Man, that's a nice-looking stroke from Antetokounmpo. What can't this guy do?
Kid Gilchrist sets the pick for Walker. He feeds it to Williams. Stolen by Terry. And that'll be Milwaukee as it goes out of bounds. Bucks retain possession. Milwaukee's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Now here's Antetokounmpo. Knocks it loose. And the ball travels out of bounds. It's stolen by Sessions. This one for 3. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
How about that? Just
in a pretty tight.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Welcome back. Even. Some good moments from both teams, but as the first period wrapped up, they trailed by 2. They asserted themselves nicely in the second quarter and now have a fairly And that about wraps it up.
The scene at night here in Uptown Charlotte, where we welcome you back to the action. Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. You look at Ramon Sessions, what a contribution.
You just love it when the decision-making is as good as it was there in that first half. Didn't force anything.
Guys, I think here in the second half, though, they may want him to be a little more assertive. Start hunting more for his shot, even the tough one.
Getting underway in the second half, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd. Parker and Monroe together inside. Filling out the wings, it's Middleton and Antetokounmpo, and it's Carter Williams in at the point.
And the one knock on Kemba really has always been the poor field goal percentage. But, you know, he seems to have made some strides in that department and has become a much more efficient shooter. And it's a big reason why I think he's playing the best basketball of his career.
Zeller setting the pick for Walker. Outside for Batum. Back to Walker. Clock at 6. From past the arc. The Kid Gilchrist tries again. Offensive rebound. So he gets the whistle. The Hornets shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. And that one falls for Williams. And last season for the Bucks was a bit of a letdown year. It came into the season with such high hopes after making the playoffs in 2015, but they just couldn't keep the postseason streak going.
And you know, guys, sometimes growth isn't always linear. It's not always a natural, steady progression forward. Sometimes you take a step back, you might go sideways. And that's kind of what happened with the Bucks. They're still a team that's on the come. I thought they showed that in some big wins from what was a disappointing season last season. But there were enough flashes there where you can see this team being a playoff team in the future.
Pass to Zeller. In the corner, it's Kid Gilchrist. Fires the three by the Bucks.
Still a bit chilly from the field at the start of this third quarter. 1 of 4 so far.
Parker kicks to Middleton. Williams against Batum. Here's Parker. Got a hand on it. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the Charlotte Hornets made this season to improve what had been terrible three-point shooting. Coach Steve Clifford said, if you look at teams won. That's the way this league is gone. It makes sense, right? Create spacing, which opens up things for everybody else. Kevin?
Yeah, trying to space the floor. Thank you, DA. So, a whole new group on the floor now for Charlotte. The Bucks also with the sub. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Chris Middleton. The lead pushed to double digits. Bellinelli's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And bring it in. Take a seat.
Here's a Teletovic is checked in for Greg Monroe. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Dellavedova kicks to Teletovic. And Teletovic throws it down.
Dellavedova is really good at finding his teammates.
Carter Williams against Sessions. Takes the 13-footer. And the shot is good. Dropping in off the front of the rim.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing. They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
And it's all one-way traffic tonight, boy. They have been lights out offensively.
And how big that lead's going to get, but again, it's just one game, but nonetheless a very impressive one, the way they've handled their business here.
Teletovic misses, and here's Charlotte. This run now up to 13-2. Lamb passes to Kaminsky. He kicks to Sessions. Feeds to Bellinelli. The shot by Kaminsky. Nobody around. And it's off from the 3. Carter Williams can't get it to go.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And that one drops for him. Bellinelli's got 5 points now this quarter.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
It's stolen by Sessions. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Yeah, but they better rally soon because they've given up 3 straight buckets in the paint.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. And if you're in, Bellinelli with the 3. The putback. Rebounded by Maker. Bucks trail by 19. Dellavedova dishes to Carter Williams. It's tipped. Back to Dellavedova to stop the drought. Got a piece of it. And that'll be Milwaukee as it goes out of bounds. Bucks retain possession.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Maker. And released it in time. A chance now to hear Jason Kidd talking to his...
We're not talking to each other.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Hornets leading by 19 points. Batum teams up with Kid Gilchrist on the perimeter. Williams is out there with Cody Zeller. And it's Walker in at the point guard. So that's the lineup for Charlotte. Bucks shooting 40% from the field. There's the double team with Walker. Dellavedova kicks to Maker. Here's Monroe. Williams with the block. And now here comes Williams leading the break. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. 8 points for Williams. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for Charlotte.
They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
And also the ball hockey. The way they've come up with the steals, the way they've harassed the ball handler all day. They've really done a nice job of taking advantage.
It's stolen by... Now the Bucks moving it up. Dellavedova, that's good.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we have those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
From deep, Walker.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
Kid Gilchrist comes with a double team. Knocked away. Maker passes to Carter Williams. 6 to shoot. The dish to Maker. Misses off the right iron.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
And Kid Gilchrist throws it down.
With both hands, you know he's not going to mess that one up.
Oh, no, not this fella. He is a superb finisher.
Yeah, near the hoop, he's an absolute monster.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. One thing that the Hornets do very well, as we all know, is at the glass. Top to bottom, this team knows how to close out possessions, Greg, and clean up misses on the defensive end.
Yeah, and Kevin, you look at the roster for the Hornets, everyone is helping on the glass. What is odd that they don't have one guy who averaged huge rebound numbers. It's a true team rebounds.
I like Parker's versatility. He can play both forward positions, in part because he's so long and big, and he's got excellent mobility.
And some changes here for the Hornets. So it's the Hornets now. The pass to Bellinelli. He dishes it to Hibbert. Some nice pass in here by Charlotte. Here's Kaminsky. And Charlotte again with the bucket.
And they're scoring much more efficiently here in the second half, and they've gotten that field goal percentage above 50.
I tell you what, any team will take that. I mean, if you're shooting over 50%, it means you're getting the kind of looks you want on offense.
With the screen, here's Sessions. Yep, that one goes.
Well, the pick didn't exactly neutralize the defender, but good concentration on the finish to still get the basket.
And out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Buries the long-range jumper. Sessions has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And they clearly are just destroying this group right now from the three-point line.
Yeah, and the defense knows it. I mean, they are fully stretched out trying to stop the three-point shot and still haven't been able to do it.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And when Greg Monroe signed with Milwaukee, many thought it was a perfect fit. However, as we saw after a short time, many question if he can be the answer for the team. Not so much a knock on his play, just on what the team is missing overall.
Hey, Greg does an awful lot of good things, but he's not a guy who's going to be a rim protector. His game is pretty close to the ground. But nonetheless, no matter what team Monroe plays for, in every aspect of the game.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Charlotte.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Sessions. You have to focus on the steals he came up with. They were huge factors in the end result.
And so the ball out of bounds. Sessions touched it last. And the Bucks making a change here. Jeledovich has checked in. To Jeledovich. Kicks to Antetokounmpo. The shake. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
You know, one of the hardest things to do is to live up to the word potential when it's thrown around a player for so long. That was certainly the case with Antetokounmpo for most of his career. I mean, he's lived up to the hype and is realizing everything that fans hoped he would become when he first started his journey in the NBA.
And they're not finished just yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
Yeah, not taking any chances, Greg. This is how you close a game out. Textbook.
19 seconds left in the fourth. Makes it off the glass.
And I think down low is where Antetokounmpo, long arms of his, to get shots off over the defense, really at will.
And just a terrific job of taking care of business. And
those fans had a hand in the win.